John, tell the people what we're doing today.
I'm picking up wheels for the Mazda 3. What can I say? 18 by 9.5.
We're not picking
great
up
wheels you got for $200.
We're not. We're going to pick up a GSR block with rods, pistons, and head studs and stuff in it today. Picking up for the Honda. We're gonna try to make something work here. The block that I'm picking up has a hole in the coolant jacket because the flywheel came loose and put a hole in it. So we're probably gonna end up ripping the crank and pistons and rods and everything out and throwing it in my LS block. But if the hole's not too big, I might end up just welding it closed. Or maybe I'll have John weld it closed. John, you wanna weld?
Oh yeah, for sure. That us. This would be a great learning experience on his,
it's gonna blow up.
Car.
If he welds it, it's blowing up for sure. It's blowing that hole right back in the block.
You only live once. Only live once.
But we're heading up there now.
Told.
We're heading up there now. We're I'll let you guys know when we're there. All right, so go ahead, Zach. What all is done with the block?
11-to-1 JE pistons, Eagle rods, ARP head studs. Let's say it's an LS crank in it, and then here's just a D16 head.
Gotcha. Okay, so my plan was to rip everything out of this because I have an LS block, and my plan was to take everything from the inside of this and put it into an LS block itself because my block is in good condition. But I didn't know what crank it had in it because I wasn't sure, because I know like some people said like GSR crank and LS crank, like the rods are shorter, so it makes the throw different.
Yeah.
So is this like LS rods in this, or is this?
That I would have to check.
We got her all loaded up. Zach also threw in B16 head, but it is cracked. But he said if I wanted it as like a core, I could have it, so I took it on. All right, so me and John made it back to the shop. We picked up the block and the head and everything like that. So I'm gonna start unloading everything here in a sec. But I'll kind of go through with what we're gonna be doing and show you everything all at once. We'll break it down and talk about it a little bit. All right, so I got everything unloaded. Kind of just go through what everything is. So Zach threw this in for free. This is a B16 head, but it has been cracked and welded once before. It would need to be machined to be used again. It's pretty rough. I'm probably not gonna ever use this, but he gave it to me if I wanted to use it as a core on like a belt head or something like that. So I have that, and then I also have this. So this is a GSR bottom end with pistons, rods, and it has ARP head studs, factory block girdle, stuff like that. I am gonna use everything from this and put it into my LS. I'm using my this GSR crank, these pistons. These are JE pistons, and then it's got Eagle rods, and then these are ARP head studs that are already in it. I'm gonna pull everything out of this, put it into my nicely done up LS bottom end over here. Everything's gonna go into this, and the main reason why is because I know that it lowers compression to have LS or a GSR crank and pistons in a LS, but the thing is, if you look, this block is not doing very good. He unfortunately had the flywheel come loose, and because the flywheel came loose, it put a hole in the block on the coolant jacket side, and it also caused this ear where the trans mounts to break off. So I don't feel like repairing it. I'd rather just take everything out of this and put it into a guaranteed block. So we're gonna yank everything out of this, throw it in that block, and call it a day. And I'm probably gonna use these as cores, and I might eventually buy a built motor with the cores I have here. Alrighty, so got all these ARP head studs out of it. Gonna need to get it up on the engine stand, so probably gonna yank that one off the engine stand, plop it down on my table, and put this one up on the engine stand so I can rotate it and start disassembling. Then once it's a bare block, we'll switch back to the other block on the stand, and we'll start disassembling the same way, then reassembling. I mean, that one's already pretty much torn down. It's down to just a straight crank. It really doesn't have anything else in it. Pistons and rods are all out of it. Everything's ready to go, just to be torn crank out. The original plan was just to get LS pistons and rods for this, but when he had said that he had everything I needed for way cheaper, I said, let's do it because I can just swap cranks. So I do have ARP main studs for this, and I also have a block girdle. So I'll throw all that in after this crank and everything makes it in. Like I said, this does have a factory block girdle. I will not be using it. I will be using my nice aftermarket billet one, and that'll go on probably last, obviously. But yeah, we're gonna start tearing this down. So just wanted to make a short clip in the end here, kind of explain some things, talk about some things. So I didn't unfortunately get to tear down the motor yesterday. Gonna put up a short video for you guys, but the next video will be us tearing it down and rebuilding with the other block. Also wanted to say this motor has seen 400 horsepower before, around 430 actually. We are planning on making about 350, 400 area. So this is kind of the pistons and rods are rated for around 550, 600, I believe. ARP head studs obviously hold a lot of power. So with that being said, we kind of are overkilling this build by a lot, but I'd rather overkill it and be reliable than underdo it, blow it up right away. So we are going to tear it down next video. I appreciate everybody who watched. Like I said, sorry for the short video, but the next one will be better. And thanks for watching.